days hath been upon us, no doubt, what with the level of depravity we've all been unfortunately subjected to from the Lindsay Clancy case, to the recent passings of the Ice Princess Hayden Panettiere.
It's your slot, Casey. If I drop out, you're ranked next. You go to sectionals.
And now fucking Dolly Parton.
Hey everyone, my name is Brian Seaver, son of Cassie Parton, and I'm representing the Parton and Owens family today, announcing the passing of my Aunt Dolly Rebecca Parton Dean.
It's honestly hard to find a silver lining right now. However, just like Albus Dumbledore once said,
happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light.
And today that light was provided by Kevin Reddington.
You. Yes. Let me tell you something. Yes. I don't want to talk to you again. Why?
Hello, 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 and welcome back, roommates, to another titillating edition of Alexa's Room, where we are not lawyers, we are not medical professionals, and we are not law enforcement. We are just people. People who have opinions about all things going on in the true crime community, including...
You sit outside, he was a nice guy.
Stay away from me.
Kevin, you sit outside, that he
Wrong
was a good guy.
Wrong guy.
Why?
I was talking about somebody else.
He was a good witness.
Stay away from me.
That's right, folks. This morning, outside the courthouse, Lindsay Clancy's attorney, Kevin Reddington, finally said the quiet part out loud by calling John DePetro, yes, that John DePetro, a biased weasel to his face.
You.
Yes.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
I don't want to talk to you again.
Why?
Because you are a biased weasel.
Not at all.
Okay?
That's
you
ridiculous, Kevin.
Ridiculous?
Why? Yes.
Go read what you say about my case. Go read about that guy with the bald head yesterday.
That doctor
you said that
yesterday-
the jury was eating it up.
They
love
were.
him.
They were. You sit
Stay away
outside, he
from
was
me.
a nice guy.
Stay away from me.
Kevin, you sit outside, that
Wrong
he was a
guy.
good guy.
Wrong guy.
Why?
I was talking about somebody else.
He was a good witness.
Stay away from me.
Kirk was a good witness, Kevin. You said it yourself.
He's not a real person, and honestly, I think, and we'll get into this in a second, but I think he really likes this kind of attention. I think he likes being publicly humiliated. Like it's some weird humiliation ritual, some sort of fetish, some sort of kink. And because of this interaction, John DePetro is now trending. Defense attorney calls commentator biased weasel outside Clancy trial courthouse thanks to the Twitter X's AI summary. Reddington, defending Lindsay Clancy, confronted DePetro outside court on Tuesday, upset over the commentator's praise for a prosecution witness. DePetro, caught off guard, "Why, Kevin, why?" linked it to his on-air comments and described Reddington as a great attorney amid the case's heavy tension. Yes, nothing like getting publicly dragged by Jennifer McCabe's attorney to get the algorithm and Nate Eaton to notice you. And for those of you who might not be familiar with Mr. DePetro and his toupee, or how he's been blessed with the nickname DePeepee, here's a quick highlight reel of some of his greatest hits.
Why do you lie every day?
I'm live right now.
But why do you lie every day? You go in there and you lie. We read your tweets. You're misrepresenting what's happening there. No, you're lying. You're lying, John. How much are they paying you to lie?
Now hold on. Listen, Turtle.
Look at that tail light. That's how it breaks, John. Not teeny tiny shards, right?
That's nice music. That's all right. No. All right, folks, I don't know if you caught that. That was pretty dramatic. So here he is again. Yeah, it's all right. Here he is. Mark. Where's Charlotte? Where's Charlotte? That's all right. Where's Charlotte? That's all right. Hey, Hey, you can't.
This is probably the most Italian thing to ever happen in Massachusetts. He's like a cartoon character. If anybody deserves their own reality TV show, it's John DePetro. I would totally watch the shit out of that. Now, since this morning's confrontation, John DePetro and his crooked camera have gone live to address these allegations of biased reporting.
And I want to, I'd really like to get this straightened out. And then I can just relax and share with you my thoughts, not only on what happened this morning in court, but also what happened outside of court, which a lot of people were talking about. And from what I understand, it's being shared. I think Court TV ran it. And I am getting questioned by certain members of the media. I want to mention that I know the inclination might be in a situation like this that I'm supposed to then start going after Attorney Reddington, but I'm not going to do that. I like Kevin a lot. I respect him. He's got a tough case. And I'm going to talk a little bit about these allegations that are flying about bias, which I just, and it's remarkable, and not so much from him, but from some of the people that are echoing some of the things that he said.
This guy is not a real person. You can't convince me that he's not a cartoon character. But just like a toupee in high humidity, the hits just keep on coming. This time with Barb, Sandra Birchmore's cousin, who's been a fierce advocate in seeking justice for Sandra and her unborn baby since they were both unalived in February of 2021, who is firing shots at Norfolk County DA candidate Juna Perkins following her endorsement of Adam Deitch. And shout out to Grant Smith Ellis on the Twitter X's for providing us with this info. Make sure you give him a follow after you exit out of this video. To the voters of Norfolk County, I'm Barbara Wright. Many of you know me for my advocacy on behalf of my cousin Sandra Birchmore. For those who are unfamiliar, Sandra was 23 years old and pregnant when she was found dead in her Canton apartment in 2021. Her death was quickly ruled a self-unaliving without any real investigation by the Norfolk County DA's office or the local state police detective unit. In 2024, federal authorities arrested Stoughton police officer Matthew Farfilth for her unaliving, alleging Sandra had also endured years of brooming and SA at his hands. Therefore, you can understand why the stakes of this current race for Norfolk County DA couldn't be higher for me, my family, and for Sandra. I've heard several candidates cite Sandra's case as a reason why change is so necessary in the office, and I couldn't agree more with that. But that changed on August 6th. During a forum that night in Braintree, candidate Juna Perkins invoked Sandra's name in a shameful attempt to speak on behalf of Sandra and my family, comparing what we've gone through to her experience as a candidate for public office. Her flagrant misuse of Sandra's name was shocking and offensive, and the next morning I asked for an apology from her to us and most of all to Sandra. Since the forum, Ms. Perkins has not acknowledged her mistake, reached out to us, or issued the apology we deserve, despite continuing to use Sandra's name to solicit support. And I had already done a video on this, so I will link that at the end of this video so you can go and check it out. A lot of other creators as well too. Emily C was there, I believe, so she can give you a firsthand account of what exactly went down. But it's incredibly shocking, and it was quite disgusting. I think this happened towards the very end of the forum. So, and if you want to watch that entire candidates forum commentary free, there is a video up as well. I'll try and source it and link it so you can check it out. Ms. Perkins has promised throughout her campaign to bring empathy and accountability to the DA's office, but now, when given the opportunity to practice what she preaches, she has utterly failed. Worse yet, I think she's shown that when push comes to shove, she's willing to put politics above victims, which is exactly what the current office is already doing. So I urge voters, as well as Ms. Perkins supporters, to take this into account when choosing the next DA on September 1st. That is next Tuesday, folks. 7 days. Okay, so if you're a Norfolk County resident and you want to see some change, make sure you get to the voting polls if you haven't already voted. We have a chance to change this tone in our DA's office, and we need to take it. In response to Ms. Perkins at the forum, Adam Deitch, who I openly and enthusiastically support, said invoking Sandra Birchmore's name when criticizing social media posts by supporters of a candidate is beyond unacceptable and, in my opinion, completely disqualifying. I could not agree more. Boom, chaka-laka-laka. And this just all sparked from the fact that she's just jealous, right? That Adam Deitch got the endorsement she was counting on. Because this is the platform she has been running on since the very beginning. She was the first one to enter the race, and therefore I think she feels like she's owed something. And before the other day, I would have thought that maybe this message would have been received by the O'Keeffes. But no, instead, they've endorsed Michael Morrissey's skin suit, Greg Conner. This was via either Boston Magazine or Boston Globe, but the family of the late Boston police officer John O'Keefe proudly endorses Greg Conner to be the next district attorney for Norfolk County. Greg is not only a seasoned prosecutor, but has also demonstrated a deep commitment to the people and communities of Norfolk County. We believe he brings the experience, integrity, judgment, and dedication necessary to be an excellent DA and to lead the office with fairness and accountability. Okay, what kind of water are you drinking there, Peggle? We are confident that Greg will work tirelessly to make Norfolk County safer while treating every person with dignity and respect. He understands the importance of strong relationships with law enforcement, victims, families, and the communities he serves. As a family with deep roots in this area, we believe Norfolk County deserves a district attorney who will listen, lead, and stand up for what is right. You sure that's the guy? We have thoughtfully considered our choice and strongly support Greg Conner. We encourage our friends, neighbors, and fellow Norfolk County residents to join us in standing with Greggles and seeing him elected Norfolk County DA. Polly Donuts. So I guess it's now fair to say that nothing came of that email exchange between Adam Deitch and Polly Donuts, since the O'Keefe family has clearly chosen the path of most resistance and least self-awareness.
I've exchanged emails with Paul O'Keefe, who's John O'Keefe's brother. Yeah. And we haven't met in person, but we've exchanged emails.
Do you anticipate you would meet with him?
I told him I would, absolutely. And I hope that certainly as DA, I think one thing that we can do differently is shine a light on the actual evidence in the case.
And with that being said, if you enjoyed today's content, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next video from me, and make sure you hit that like button or hype button, because that tells the YouTube algorithm to take notice of me and not John DePetro's toupee. Actually, this video would, so. I am also nearing, at a snail's pace, 1,000 followers on Twitter because I'm finally posting more. So if you just can't get enough of me and need your dopamine fix in between each video posting, you can go and follow me over there. I've been trying to post pretty much every day. It's a lot easier for me than scripting and pulling everything together into a video. So if you need a quick hit of dopamine and you are on the Twitter X's, please give me a follow. I would love to hit 1,000 just for the mere fact that I'm almost there. So as always, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time.
Hey, you can't.
I almost choked up my goddamn water. I can't stop watching it. It's so funny.